Okay, so the first step is we're going to mix the dry ingredients. This is the flour, baking soda, the cream of tartar, and the salt. And most times when you're cooking, the dry ingredients do not include the sugar. That goes with the creaming of the butter. So we're going to mix this up and make sure it all gets completely mixed up. Okay, so that's great. We're going to put that in last. Okay, we're going to put the sugar in the mixer. We're going to add the butter. And we're going to add this shortening, and I put cold water in the bottom of this. I always make my measuring cup wet with ice cold water, and then it just makes it so much easier to get out. It doesn't, there's nothing left on the cup, and it's miserable if you don't do that. So we're going to turn this on to low speed and get it started to mix up. And then we're going to turn this up and let that cream together, and that takes usually 3 to 5, 6 minutes. And I just like to wait until it's nice and fluffy, so we'll be back. Okay, so this has been beating for about 4 or 5 minutes, and I've had this on a medium speed, and it looks absolutely perfect. The eggs, it's light and fluffy. I'm gonna just pull some of this out so you can see the difference as to when it went in. It's amazing. That looks great. Okay, and then we'll just put this on a medium speed again, and we're gonna add just 1 egg at a time. And each time you add that egg, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, you beat it for about 30 seconds until it's mixed well in there. I'm gonna pull the batter from the side so it gets into everything. Just scrape your mixing bowl down every once in a while. I'm gonna put about half of that in and let it mix on a very slow speed, just to get that mixed. Okay, that's mixed, all of that is mixed in, so we're gonna drop this beater again and put the rest of this in. Dump this in this bowl. It makes it easier to scoop it out when you're making the cookies. And that just comes right out, and that dough looks perfect. There's some cinnamon and sugar, and I just make sure that this is mixed up and kind of, it needs to be dark. But I'm going to take my ice cream scoop and just scoop out a couple of, this bowl is small enough, so I think 2 is enough. And I just mix them up like that, and then put the flat bottom on the cookie sheet. And I am going to just put it in the cinnamon and sugar and just flatten those out just a little bit. And then I'm going to put them in the oven for probably 8 minutes to start with, and it's 375. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so these look, they're brown, and they look done enough to me, and I'm looking at those cracks. They still look a little wet, and that is okay. This cookie needs to be chewy in the middle. One thing I do with these cookies, and you don't have to, but I don't like them at all puffed up, so I just take these and give them a little tap on it so that they kind of deflate, and that just makes them a little bit more chewy. But we'll leave these for about 10 minutes, and then I'll take them off and they'll be ready to eat. Or you could eat one now when they're this hot, but that's up to you. Don't eat them when they're this hot. Okay, so these are ready to take off the tray, and whoops, just want to let you show you the bottom of them. They're nice and crispy right here and completely squishy in the middle, which is just the best way to do this. Whoops. These are delicious. If you want more cookie recipes, click here, and we'll see you next time.